Among Us. You definitely know about it. You've probably heard of it. You've definitely seen some of the memes or even played it. But have you heard of the Among Us revolution? A group of 3 students that called themselves the Fungi decided to make a bit of a revolution in our school in around 2021. And if you haven't seen the 3-part documentary series yet, check it out. The links are going to be in the description. However, we decided that after all was said and done, we figured out who they were. We wanted to interview them, ask them a lot of questions. The only problem was I may or may not have been part of them the entire time. And so I don't think he was expecting this, but M Hadi, the cameraman / producer, he's going to be the one interviewing us. I'm sure he envisioned it to be me, the one asking the questions, but how the tables have turned.
That's right. Ashfaq, also known as Abbas as you see him in the subtitles, was the leader of the Fungi himself. And today we'll be asking him and his other 2 partners in crime, Zach and Rastegar, some questions. This is the interview with the Fungi. Alright, Zach, Rastegar, stop playing Among Us, come in. So now before we start, let's just clarify the realness of everything here, because some of the viewers were wondering about that. Basically everything, like literally everything that we mentioned in the documentary so far, it's all been real, except like maybe there was like a couple of maybe 5 scenes or something like that which we had to stage because we didn't have the clips
Well,
for
we
them.
didn't really stage them.
Yeah,
they
not
happened.
staged. Like they happen in real life. We had to replicate them.
Yeah, because we weren't there to record them.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, anyways.
Anyways.
So we have the 3 fungi here.
The 3 fungi.
One of them being the main character, the main guy, running it all. Ashfaq Abadi.
Let it be clear. Let me clear this up. I was not the founder. That was Zach. Okay, just let's put some
Nor will
context.
you as the facilitator.
Let's put some context.
The
Okay.
treasurer.
Let's put some context. Me and Zach, as we explained in the documentary, we had sticky notes and we used to draw on them in the beginning of the year and put them on our friend Alian's binder, right? As it did. So here's how it happened. So in class, Zach passed me a sticky note, and so I thought it was a drawing. Right? Every time we make something really crazy or like really cursed, we show each other because it's just really funny. But
Really
so I
funny.
just. Yes. So he passed me one, so I thought it was going to be one of those drawings, and it was a message, and I was like, okay. And he's like, I propose we start an Among Us revolution / cult in the school. And I was like, dude, this is going to be really cringe, and it's going to be sad, and no, I don't want to do it.
It is.
It is still cringe.
It
but
is.
Still. So he's like, let's do it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Like, come on. I was like, no. And after some time, he convinced me. He was like, fine, how about this? Let's just take some sticky notes, draw some Among Us characters on them, and just put it in someone's locker, right? Just put it in Hayan's locker. And we did. And out of sheer luck, Hayan decided to come to us about it. If he had went to anybody else, this entire revolution wouldn't have happened. Sheer luck, he came to us and showed us, like, hey, did you guys do this? We're like, no, what? That's who did that. What? I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, oh, okay. And he kind of went along with it. And we were like, I guess this is happening. And we kept going and we were like, hey, this is pretty funny. Let's just do it. Started doing it more and more and more. And then kind of went crazy. And then we onboarded Rastegar, and things just never stopped after that.
So first of all, what inspired you to just start this whole thing? Like, do you take any inspiration, like, let's just say throughout this whole thing, for all the ciphers, all the stickers, sticky notes, papers, everything, was there anything that inspired you?
No, I just thought of it in my head.
The shape, the figure, the physique of an Among Us evokes primal instincts.
That is a very
comes from
true
deep
point.
within.
Well,
naturally
hold on.
born with it.
It was a revelation.
It was a revelation. Zach just decided to start it. But the reason I actually joined it, I think, listen, I feel like we're going to get a lot of hate for this. Completely understandable. We did deceive the entire school for an entire year and the entire audience. Fair enough. But let it be known, okay? The reason we started this and the reason I joined it and the reason we continued wasn't just because, well, it popped in Zach's head, like he said, fair enough. But actually, we wanted this because we knew that the first year back after things
We
like
believed
COVID,
in a higher purpose.
That's not what I was gonna say. But okay, well here's the thing. Usually the year after something big happens, it's a pretty boring year. For example, 2020 was an insanely crazy year. 2021 was a really boring. It's just a build-up year. It's really boring. And so when it came to school, we were gonna be like, okay, this year's gonna be really boring. And that's why I ran for student council in the beginning of the year. I wanted to make it really fun. I wanted to make it crazy. That didn't work out. And I was disqualified because I was too popular and I was too cool for everybody.
Okay,
you
that
know?
was not why you were disqualified. Just disclaimer.
Political.
So I was disqualified. And so when this came up, we're like, hey, let's do something that's going to be really fun for everybody. It's going to be really cool. If we tell everybody it's not going to be as fun, it's not going to be as interesting. So we decided to keep it on just between us and just make it really fun for everybody. And I think that's what happened.
So it started off with just...
Yes. Then, dude, these are the OGs. These are like from the beginning of the year.
I don't know what some of these are.
Why? What gave you the idea to draw such weird... Just take a look at some of these. Take a look at this. I'm gonna move it back so it's focused. Take a look at this. But then there was like a month or so of online school.
I think yeah. So
there was a month of online school, and then when we come back to school,
lo and behold, the evolution process began. Okay. That was the first. Basically, me and Zach in class. I don't know why Zach invited Rastegar, but I'm happy.
I know what happened.
So
should I explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was just in the back of Islamic studies class, and I was kind of bored. So I had to make more sticky notes for the revolution, but I didn't feel like waiting until anyone was gone. And he happened to be next to me, so I just decided to make it anyways, and then onboarded him.
And it turns out Rastegar has 0 limits, and it worked out great. Not gonna lie. But so then we onboarded him, and so we made like a Discord group chat about it, and so we were just talking about it. And this guy is like, hey, this is kind of boring. We should move beyond sticky notes. We're like, well, we don't want to vandalize the school. He's like, let's vandalize the school. We're like, oh, okay. All right. We don't have the money. He's like, I got you. And thus the treasurer was born.
No, listen, let me tell you my philosophy, because there's an action, then there's the ideology.
The ideology.
That was a good rhyme. But listen. There was all these sticky notes, and they were good. I mean, they were all right, but they were losing steam, and they were also losing credibility because anybody can draw.
That was the rise. That was actually, I forgot about that. Yeah. That was actually a really big deal while you changed it. Yeah.
At that time, I was really trying to push my limits. I was exploring different worlds. Talk about evolution. The biggest evolution of this age is Web 1 to Web 2 to Web 3.
Hold on. Let's keep it to Among Us. Let's keep it.
No, listen. Let me tie the idea in. Let me tie it back. Yeah. And with Web 3 comes the non-fungible token.
Ooh, okay, brother, you're going pretty far ahead here.
I took that idea, that concept, that innovation, and I applied it to our own revolution.
Let it be known, we're talking about Among Us stickers.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear enough. Talking about the evolution from sticky notes to stickers. Was stickers the start of the name? Fungi.
Yeah. So once. So we basically started sticking stickers everywhere, and then that's when it got big, and that's when my role so the roles weren't really solidified until the stickers. Until then it was kind of me and Zach messing around, and then it got solidified. Rastegar the treasurer, Zach he's the one who placed most of the stickers, and me being the deceiver, me being the guy who was in the thick of things, I couldn't afford to get caught sticking stickers. Now I still did stick. We kind of intermingled, right? We kind of did our jobs, but that's when we kind of solidified our roles. So what happens? We were there, and then we were outside at lunch. We were kind of to ourselves, we're talking about it, and we're like, this big.
I just go with Fungus.
So we were like, what name? So we think, and Zach's like, how about Fungus? We just call it Fungus.
I think we started with like Among Guy.
Yeah, I think that was it. And then Zach's, how about Fungus? Because Fungus spreads, and he gave some cool reasoning. He was like, it works. And Rastegar was like, how about Fungi? We were like, bro, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah.
You still bought stuff. Yeah. Your own brother didn't know that you were the Fungi.
Oh, no, I shipped it to his house. Bro, I'm not gonna ship to our house. I don't trust us, dude.
Your own brothers. Let it be known. Brothers.
No. One of my brother knew. One off. So he's the only one from the start. So here's the thing. Me and him are really close in age. We're really close in all that stuff. Like we were like close age up and stuff. So we have similar acting styles and similar ways of building hype. And we both knew that I wouldn't be building this much hype unless I was part of it. And so he kind of started suspecting me as, dude, come on, I know what's going on. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, yes, you do. And he kind of pressured me. I was like, fine, you caught me.
So he knew all along.
And it was vital that he knew, because if he didn't, then he'd go around spreading it, and he'd go around spreading it, and then everybody would know and would kind of ruin it. So I'd like, yes, I'm it. Please just don't tell anyone. He's like, fine.
All right.
And he played it cool. He was cool about it.
So when did you decide it was time for your first message?
I think around winter break area,
this was a week that you all got COVID. So was it during then?
So actually, yeah, it was then. So there's 1 week, right? We all got COVID, right? And then so there weren't any attacks, right? We couldn't.
Yeah.
And so the school started being like, hey, it's part of the 11th grade, and we were like, shoot.
We started.
Yeah, and so first of all, it started. So the message was my idea. So I was like, we can have a really cool message, right? But until we got the messages, right? I came up with a cipher. Zach wrote a script and code to record the cipher. He gave me the message, right? Actually, no, the first one was manual. I had a chart of 8 of them.
It was just the first one.
It was bad. It took forever. So I wrote it all down. I just chose a special font, right? And I'm still really proud of that. Speaking of that.
Hold
on. Before we get there, right? And so at that point, we were like, okay. So that's why, because we were like, we had to do something big while we're gone, so they know it's not us, right? But what could be big? So it has to be something big, and we're like, let's do a message. But until then, I was like, okay, it's my job as the hype man to make sure that there's still stuff going on, so the hype doesn't completely die out. So I'd go around, I'd DM everybody like, oh, I've heard there's attacks. Muhammad Hadi said there's attacks. I'd go around telling me there's attacks, and soon,
gaslighting,
after some time, everybody thought there was attacks in the school without a single sticky note being present in the school. Sticker, yeah, at that point, stickers. Like, literally, some of the kids, one kid in particular, I'm not going to name his name, thought he forgot and he thought he had bad memory, and that's why he forgot that he didn't see stickers. And he thought that he saw stickers, he just forgot. I apologize, man. We had to do it. And it was a lot of fun. At that point, that's when people started really thinking this is big. This was the first item we released. That was the first item we released besides stickers, like the first item.
I never saw that for a long time.
Oh yeah, Zach wasn't there either.
What I mean, just
it'd be really funny.
Funny gift.
It worked out.
Fair enough. I enjoyed that.
I did it in broad daylight. It was really sus.
Yeah.
Second off,
that was the first item. That's when we were like, we could make this big with items too.
Wait, so back to how much did you, when you guys were writing these messages, how far did you have planned? Like, how much were you thinking?
At that point, we started thinking of the finale and like all that stuff.
Wow.
At that point, that's when we started thinking. Okay, that's when it says YOK Soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a typo. I
gave him the correct code.
So he gave me the correct code. Here's what happened. So then you had the script, right? And so I made a typo. Not do that. So I made a typo, and it ended up saying YOK YOK. Right? It was a mistake, but K. At that point, we were planning on the key, right? The lock and the whole vault and the final thing.
So you had bought the?
No, we didn't buy it, but we were planning. We were figuring it out, right? So we were like, okay, and these guys were like yelling, but why would you do that? And I was like. Then I was like, wait a minute, we can cover this up and we can act 5,000 IQ, and it was. And we were like, how about we act like on purpose? So that's when I started saying, there's no way, these guys could not have messed it up. Like, these guys would not mess it up like that. This has to mean something.
So beginning of part 3.
Beginning of part
3.
Hey. So, me and you were going to say after school.
Another such day after we recorded.
Another such day after we were done recording. So you left, right? And so we went to Target, and that's when we were like, that's after the plushie, after a couple things, we were like, okay, we have to start adding actual merchandise. This is going to have to be cool. And so we were like, what can we buy? And we were looking out for Among Us stuff, like Among Us Legos. There's literally nothing Among Us related. And then we were looking through the book. We needed a book. And then we found a book.
There was some toys, but they were too expensive.
Yeah, they were so expensive. I only had like $30 on me. And then we found a book, and we were like, oh. And so we were gonna plant the whole book at once. And then Rastegar was like, wait, no, we can rip out pages and do like serial killer style. And we're like, yeah.
So then you planned the whole week of having pages constantly.
And we planned it all, And then,
wait, so talking
about
just
a lazy way of setting up an attack.
Yeah, and it was a very lazy way of making it big. Yeah.
But
convenience. Hey, it wasn't lazy.
There was a scavenger hunt on Monday.
Oh yeah.
No, not Monday.
So that was a test for the finale. So that's when we were like, okay, if we can't set up a scavenger hunt, we're screwed for the finale. So we were like, okay, we got to set up. So that was Ramadan, right?
No, it wasn't even planned.
I think that was the beginning of Ramadan.
That was the beginning of Ramadan. So there's programs every night. So the night before, me and Rastegar, so Zach gave us a pop-it, and so I prepared all the messages a couple of nights before. We prepared everything, and so we came and we placed it everywhere. And so we had to be the easiest place that people go to has to be first, the hardest last, or else they're going to stumble across it. So the gym bathroom was the easiest, and that was the hardest day because at that day people were playing soccer in that place. Yeah, so every night they would play soccer there. So we were like paranoid. We couldn't. And Jaffer and Muhammad, a lot of the guys were there in the school.
Interesting.
So just walking by there, we had to be really slick. We were like, if we get caught there and the next day there's all these attacks, something's going wrong. So we were like, okay, so we planned it all up. And we went all the way around. We went the long way, and I got the key from my brother, the RAM key. I opened the door. So he asked me to put the cameras back in the studio. I was like, hey, this is perfect timing. I took it. I opened it. I got inside. We got all this stuff, and we placed all the later stuff like the kiss bathroom, the locker, all the
Brother
that stuff.
New's office, his window.
Oh yeah, we put that there. We put that there.
Also,
what's it called? Yeah, and so we set it up, and then
The thing is though, it was the whole like scavenger hunt thing wasn't even planned. I bought the poppet and I wanted to put it somewhere.
Yeah, and so that's when
so I told him to make a warning message, but then we figured out, wait, this is gonna be really underwhelming.
Yeah. Hey, I'm the one who planned all the scavenger hunts, by the way. I'm just gonna let it be known.
Nice.
No, you had a horrible plan. I had to fix up the order though.
Fair enough. He fixed the order.
You're like, no, we should do gym bathroom last.
Yeah. What is this?
No, it was actually my idea. I was saying that if we put this on like social media, right? Because remember a while back.
The YouTube.
No, that's where it came from.
The YouTube.
I was there was these memes going around where people would like go to their school and hit a despicable lick where they would like unscrew the whole sink and like walk out of the school. And it was the most stupid thing ever, but it just went viral and people started doing it. So I was like, what if we do something similar, but like putting Among Us stickers at school? This would become a worldwide phenomenon.
I swear, that Brother Mahdi, dude, we have that clip of Brother Mahdi. He was genuinely
we gotta apologize to him after that.
The stickers on the toilet seats was way
that's where the extremists of Rastegar shine a little bit in the negative way. We're like, dude, why? It was funny though, but like we're like, no,
you can't use the bathroom.
Yeah, dude.
That was the point, yeah. People were starting to live with the stickers, and I was like, I'm gonna force them to deal with them.
Bro, that was such a menace move, I swear.
And
dude,
so,
the school cleaners were refusing to remove them, so they just stayed there for like 10 days.
Yeah.
They were just there. The toilets, you just had to sit on the toilet with the stickers there.
And occasionally you'd use some toilet paper and a sticker.
We did that too. But what's it called?
So back to this.
Oh, speaking of the YouTube link.
We typed in the link. We typed in the link. It leads to a video.
Me and Rice
of breathing. Who is the person breathing?
We tried to breathe it, but it sounded terrible, so we ended up using it. But speaking of socks that we use, I've never worn these, by the way. It's not disgusting. Don't worry. What's it called? I had these. They were new socks. So we were gonna use them, and then I was like, we need something to cover my hands because they can tell my hands.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I couldn't use my
we
jacket,
thought,
and so. I convinced everybody that it was.
We kept going after leads with people with small hands. I don't know why.
I was so offended, dude. My hands are pretty big, dude. I was so offended.
Your hands look small. I don't know why.
Yeah, because I was crunching them up a lot.
Dude, we there's those videos, the voice changer. Who was that? Was that you speaking?
That was him, and then I edited the videos.
So there was one day. So basically, my mic, there's like you can scuff the mic with audio.
Yeah.
So I could do that, and then I use a voice changer. Here's the thing, right? So I was like, okay.
Voice changer. So then it was horrible.
It was horrible. That's the point. That was the point. And so I was like, okay, Muhammad Hadi knows a lot about audio and stuff. So that's why I asked Zach, like, can you try to make it? Sure. I was like, the thing, Zach doesn't know anything about audio. So I was like, Zach, can you like find a way to edit it to get it to my audio?
The school got involved.
No, I think here's the thing. Dark Team has really made a very different. Dark Team did it because he wanted to actually like have fun. Because I think here's the thing. Back like in the earlier days of the school, whenever stuff like this happened, the school makes you shut it down, be very aggressive. But then the school realized that like that's not. I mean, that's not really the way I approach. And like with this whole Monks thing, they're really chill about it. The school is really cool about it.
Camp.
What do you mean camp?
Camp.
Oh, camp.
Camp.
Oof.
We wanted a break from this really annoying at this point Among Us thing. But
Don't quote me like that. Don't quote me like that.
How could we have forgotten that the fungi
were among us? Dude, don't quote me like that, man. Oh yeah, Zach was there. Well,
who bought the stickers?
Rastegar, and we all brought stickers.
Dude, Ashwell actually got super mad at me that I started attacking. I
didn't
went rogue.
Here's the thing, because I think that was really early on, and so I was like, dude, it's gonna be, because I was like, there were many people. I was like, are we really gonna risk it? I was like, I don't know if it's worth risking it, but he did. And I was like, oh, it's cool.
Bro, camp was the most high stakes adrenaline filled environment ever, because there was only like 10 kids there.
Yeah, dude,
and there was Among Us stickers showing up every 5 minutes.
At that point, we were ready for the finale.
Like, dude, you walk past the hallway and you see a sticker,
exactly,
and you walk past
2 minutes ago it wasn't there, and then it just appears.
Yeah.
And then you guys talk to Dr. New. Dr. New says to Ray Bags doing fudging. Now, were you genuinely not?
That is actually that's the third time that was the closest. Because here's the thing, I didn't even probably hide the stickers, so I wasn't anticipating we were gonna search it. Right? So when you said we were gonna search it, I started getting paranoid, right? Because I had all my stickers.
Yeah, I guess I felt too. I was like, dude, why do you keep telling me to do this? I'm gonna get a car.
Dude, no. So here's what I did. So we had sleeping bags. I took all of them out and I stuffed them in my sleeping bag. At that moment, I kept
in the morning.
I kept the 6 that were in the pouch because I was like, if I take them out, that's gonna be sus. Because you guys probably know about those. Because those are the legitimate ones we found. But those I stuffed in there, and I was so proud. I remember because they were still in the plastic wrap, so I kept moving around, carrying places that in case somebody accidentally touches it. So like in case somebody hits the bag.
We were so close to getting it, dude. I was literally like.
That's what I'm saying. When you did, I remember when you in the morning when you started doing it, I was so
I was
scared.
like finding this guy in the morning.
I was so
pulled
scared.
The sleeping bag
I was
off,
so scared.
He quickly yanked it back.
Yeah, I was so
Closest we ever
scared.
got.
I was literally having a heart.
Okay, so you didn't then on purpose in Fudger you made sure not to check any bags. You were
just
too tired. You just went back to sleep. Dr. New at your house.
This is one I think Dr. knew it was me. I don't think he told the staff. I think he kept it to himself for a little bit.
The staff doesn't know.
The staff doesn't know at this point. So at this point, Dr. Nuh and Hadi came to our house.
They still don't know.
So they still don't know.
No.
Really? Oh wow. So what's it called?
Just Dr. Mas.
No, but except Dr. Yeah. So they came to our house. Actually, this is the second closest place I've ever been to getting caught. So in my room, I hid all these pages that's when we wrote all the pages out. I had written them all out for the finale.
So like, all the pages were.
Yeah, so I ripped out a bunch before I retook it. So
I remember I was wondering why there's like this thick stack of papers.
So I had all the papers in my closet to the left side of the floor, right next to the gray bag. You remember the gray bag?
I remember the
right
gray
there.
bag.
So the vault was shipped to Rastegar's house.
This man was giving us a tour of his closet, but he made sure not to show that.
That's the thing, because if I hadn't done that, it would be really sus. So I'm telling you that time, right? So what happens is that all the pages were there under a book and like a pretty big thing, right? So we were chilling the whole time, we were messing around. Alpha comes upstairs, picks up the book. Oh my! Let's go downstairs. They need some like a paperweight. The pages were out there in the open for anybody to see, and like I don't notice it. I kind of glance it and I see them, and my heart just drops. If Issa and Muhammad Hadi, the two worst people to find out, are about to find out, and I prepared myself. Yeah, they're gonna find out. So I started panicking. I'm so proud. This is the cleverest I've ever been. I made sure I was really calm, right? And I was like, right? So Issa was like, oh, let's go mess around with Muhammad, right? And I was like, yeah, let's go mess around. I made sure you guys
It was
go.
Zen.
I made
cut
sure.
to the clip of that.
I made sure they went and messed around with Muhammad. I made sure they explained to me. I was kidding. I went back. I went and I tried to hide it, right? And I hid it under like my box of blades.
Dude, you gave us the sword and everything.
Yeah,
You messed around with Muhammad and you went back.
I made sure you guys are
We
distracted.
were like, wait, what are you doing? We walked back. And
and I made sure I was really calm. I was like, if I look stressed, I'll mess up. Right, so I was really like biting, was like, please be calm, please be calm. I was like, I knew at that point I'd start turning red, I started getting like anxious, I started sweating, so I was like, I cannot. So I was like, I kept taking deep breaths. I went there, I hid them properly under like my Lego box or whatever, right? But even then I was scared of like, oh, because there's still stickers and peels and all that stuff in that area hidden. But the kind of, if you look enough through the thing, and at that point, oh, let's check his, you as a joke, like, oh, we gotta search his closet, make sure there's no stickers.
Let's check his wardrobe actually. He probably has, oh my goodness. Okay, Among Us. We run into his closet.
I started panicking. I was like, and I was like, guys, maybe it's not. I was like, yeah.
He's like, oh, my mom's clothes are here. Don't look through it.
No. Here's what I said. I was like, so I distracted. I was like, oh no, please. I was like, let's look at Legos. Let's make a Lego store. I kept distracting us. So I made sure most of them are hidden, and then I went there and I was like, okay, all the stickers / sticky notes and everything. If you just parted the clothes and look down, they're all there.
Wow.
So when you guys went to search the closet, I was like, hey guys, I'm getting closet tour guys, right? And so I made sure you guys weren't looking at the bottom left side with the bag and all that stuff. And so I was looking at just the clothes, like, oh, it's these red clothes, bro, red is sus, what the? We were kind of going around making jokes about it. I was looking at the top parts, like, oh, this is a joke, oh, this is my old times. There is red Among Us. There is blue Among Us.
After this, I got COVID, so, and school went online for 2 days. That must have been a really big blow for you guys.
It hurt, because we were trying to be on Friday, and we were like ready to just get it done with. Because at that point we were kind of tired of it. He wanted to keep anonymous forever. He was like, oh, let's just keep anonymous forever. We're like, dude, nah, I'm not gonna lie about that for the rest of my life, bro. I'm not gonna lie about it. Listen, we did this for fun. It's done. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
And then, so we just lunchtime, you forced me to start searching so you can leave.
Yeah, and the whole time you were like, no, I don't want to search. I was like, you're being so uncooperative. I'll be in the bathroom. I'll be back in the night. I shouldn't go back to the search the room. I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes. Search the entire room. I'm gonna come back to the beach.
What's the point? What's the point of searching the room?
Let's search the room.
I was like, why would we search it? You guys were here the whole time. You were in this room. Why would we search it?
We escaped while you were searching.
Yeah. These guys were gone. These guys were out.
Yeah, they weren't there. I was looking at
and at that point, an hour before I told Ian, it was so dramatic.
And then
I was like, oh, we need to talk, bro. He came. What's up? So I was talking about something else that he did. So I walked up. I was like, I am the Fungi. He's like, I was like, please don't tell him because like we need your help. He's like, well, I kind of get like I'm not gonna tell you who the other two are. It's gonna make them dramatic. Just in like 5 seconds, I just spilled the beans. And I just told him these guys.
Was there anything that we didn't discover throughout this whole thing, like codes or anything, or did you make sure that we discovered everything?
We made sure you
guys discovered everything. But for all, I think.
And then, like, how would you think of ideas for what to do next? Just like talk with each other. Or just
honestly,
I think here's the thing. I would come up with most of the
inspiration from that. Let me know video.
Oh, I did.
Okay, that was pretty obvious.
I have to give it up to Quandale Dingle whenever I was
for real,
confused.
I made sure. Listen, here's the thing. I think here's how it would usually go. I'd come up with the raw idea of the plan. Zach would kind of brush it up, and Rastegar would add something else that'd make it a lot more fun, and then we'd like release it. So like that's usually how like the scavenger hunts and all that stuff like it would kind of go in that order.
Okay. How much money did you guys end up spending total?
Couple hundred.
Man.
Let me preface this again with we spent a couple $100 and every 60 seconds a minute passes in Africa.
How did you guys decide that you were gonna make a documentary on this?
We didn't decide. I didn't tell them about it until after.
You just wanted to make it?
No, I didn't. Here's why we made it. Here's actually why I made it. So it's good. We wanted to think of a. Actually, I told Zach and no, it wasn't college. I'm not even gonna put.
Just you want to keep it from memory.
No, so I wanted to make a memory because I was like, dude, we're gonna forget like YSL, all these fun stuff happening in school, even the election, all this stuff happening in school, but like we really forget about.
Fair enough. That's a good.
Anyways,
we're done.
Thank you for watching.
Wait. Any plans for the future?
We have some plans. It's gonna be fun, hopefully. It has to be bigger than this year because that's our last year of high school. So
we left our mark on this.
We left our mark in the school, boys. That's it. All right, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. How do we end this?
Brothers, thank you for watching. Again, if my deceiving skills got you a little too hard, we apologize. I apologize to all the guys I attacked. Thank you so much for the school for being so cool about it.
The non-guys.
Okay, well.
Hey, what?
Any females watching? Good job. Thank you for watching.
What about all the attacks on the bathrooms you did on their bathrooms that you did?
You didn't
want me to
No.
You didn't want me to go there, did you?
That wasn't me. I can swear on that was not me. I'm not that weird. I had no boundaries, okay? Let's go. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Hadi's channel. Again, thank you for the school for being so chill about it, and see you next year.
See you soon.
See you soon.